All right, guys. My name is Robert Blue.
And I'm Andy Manzer.
Andy. Oh wait, I'm on the. You have your own mic?
No, it was picking up the frequency. It wasn't
Picking
gonna
up
work.
All right.
Technical issues, but we'll get that fixed eventually.
We get that fixed. We work niggas out. It's cool. It's the Cooldown Zone. We're gonna be talking about the NFL. We're gonna be talking about the MLB Playoffs. Postseason's happening. NBA is about to start, but we're really not gonna be talking about that per se. It's mainly the NFL. We're gonna be talking about our top picks. My top picks are right now. So I'm gonna stand up for this one. All right. Number 1, I got the Eagles. Number 2, Chiefs. 3, Buffalo. 4, Packers. 5, Bucks. All right, so I'm gonna explain why these are my top picks. I got the Eagles as number 1 because they're undefeated right now. They're the only undefeated team, so I'm gonna have to put them number 1.
They have to play Jacksonville though.
What?
They did have to play Jacksonville though, so it's like, are they really undefeated? Those are all winnable games.
Winnable games? They beat the Vikings. The Vikings beat the Packers. You have the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers up there.
They beat the Packers. The Chiefs lost to the Colts. Buffalo, they lost to the Dolphins. And they could have lost 2 times, honestly. They should have lost to the Ravens.
Yeah. I don't know why you don't let Justin Tucker hit that field goal.
Yeah, their keeper. I don't know. The Ravens should honestly be the best team on. I mean, if Ravens don't blow those 2 games, they're easily on this list. Come on, they should have.
Yeah,
they were
that.
beating the Dolphins,
and
we had the Dolphins like number 1, and so the fiasco with Tua, the concussion, he shouldn't even been in that game. But Eagles number 1, their defense is good. I'm liking QB. I'm liking Jalen Hurts. He's doing really well. People are clowning him because of what happened in college with him. Tua took his job. They're saying that he got replaced by Tua. And I really think he's the guy for Eagles. I really believe he's the quarterback for the Eagles. He's running really well. He's the best QB. Eagles looking like they have the brightest future right now in the NFC East.
NFC East. He stepped up big time for him.
I'm a Giants fan, but they're number 1 right now. Cowboys got a QB almost controversy at this point.
Depends on how he does.
I'm seeing that Eagles run away. I think Eagles might run away.
For sure. For sure.
Eagles might run away with this division. So, and then I'm on the NFC right now. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. As long as they have Patrick Mahomes, I think they're winners of their division. I think it's theirs to lose at this point. The Broncos are not as good as what is kind of a little bit disappointing. Obviously, the Raiders are disappointing, and really it's like a 2-man race with them and the Chargers. So you got the Chargers in there, and then of course Chargers QB is hurt a little bit with the ribs. I think he's back. Yeah,
he played last week.
He played last week, so
did really well for my fantasy team.
Yeah, and then he's just doing really well. I mean, they just have to. They don't have Hill, but they're making things work. They're spreading the ball out. I'm liking what they're doing. Buffalo was number 1 on everybody's list. They lost to the Dolphins. I just really thought that they should have won that game against Dolphins, but they're really good. I think they're right where they need to be. Obviously, they're kind of duking it out with the Dolphins, but I really think they're going to win that division because I think Dolphins needs Tua to win that division, and with the timetable of him coming back, we don't really know because that concussion was really brutal. But they have an elite offense, and the defense is pretty good. So, Buffalo, and they might get OBJ, but I want OBJ to go to the Giants. All right, for Packers. It's kind of like an ongoing theme with the Packers. They're gonna win this division. I mean, they're facing the Vikings. I think it's them or the Vikings are gonna win that division. But
they looked bad against the Patriots.
They look bad indeed against the Patriots, but they beat the Bucks, so that was impressive. I think they just get the job done. I think Packers just get the job done. So I just can't count him out. I mean, he just doesn't really perform. I think they're gonna get better as it goes with the chemistry with the receivers. I think that's a problem. I like their running backs. It's just a problem with the receivers. They'll get that fixed. And the Patriots, honestly, I think Patriots. Bill Belichick's a good coach. He's a great coach. He's faced Aaron Rodgers a couple of times. I feel like he knows the tendencies of what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. So I think it's just the Patriots are a really great scheme, great coach team. So I think that was why they had a problem. They were able to beat the Bucks, and I think that they can handle it through. And then 5, I have the Bucks. They're just injury prone right now. I think they're just injury prone. I give them a break. They face the Chiefs. Like, come on, they were gonna lose that game. There was too much stuff going on. There was Hurricane Ian,
Brady and his wife. Divorce. You got freaking Cole Beasley decides to retire after the week. So that
he
was
retired.
He
Wow,
retired,
yeah. 2 weeks. He just played the game. He's like, yeah, this is not it.
Yeah. Hey,
Man, it was just
don't hate the hustle.
How much he
2 games, collected his checks and left.
Wow. So they just need to get healthy. I mean, it's just too much. He's getting divorced. You got AB clowning Tom Brady for some.
The disrespect. I cannot believe
that's disrespectful. Like Tom Brady did a lot. Like
he brought him in when no one wanted him.
Yeah,
Twice.
I don't even like Tom Brady, like personally, but I'm as I get older, I'm starting to like Tom Brady. I really appreciate what he does. He is truly the GOAT, and I just can't count him out. I don't think he's gonna win the Super Bowl per se. I hope he goes on a run, but I think this is his last. I think this is the last year of so-called. I think this is the year where we see our GOATs kind of, our quote-unquote GOATs. I mean, on the other side of the NBA. Foreshadow LeBron. I think this is kind of the retirement. You know, Serena Williams, Rogers, Brady. I think this is the end of the GOATs. So that's it.
Pretty solid. But let's make this quick. Get to my top 5. Obviously, we have some differences here. My number 1 team, although they've struggled to beat some teams, I still have the Buffalo Bills. That game against Miami is a fluke. When New England was reigning the AFC East, they'd always drop a game or 2 at Miami. So that's why. Bills, just an explosive offense, great coach team. They're grit and grind. Questions on the defense with Micah Hyde's injury. 2, you have the Chiefs. I hate to put them up there. I'm not a real big Pat Mahomes.
What?
I'm not a big Pat Mahomes fan.
Why you hate to put him up there? What do you mean, like up that high, or just put him in the top 5?
Up that high. I mean, they've earned it. They've earned the 2 seed. I mean, I'm just a hater. Okay, I'm just a hater. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't think Travis Kelce is better than Gronk. That's not even a debate, bro. Gronk. No, but that's what they be saying though. So it's just sick and tired of it. No, Gronkowski's better.
Gronk.
Mahomes, I think, was a little overrated to get to start his career, but you know.
But he had a great start.
He did have a great start, and he's kept it up. So he is that good. Okay, I will admit it here on camera. He is that good. Eagles. Now I have them not as 1, even though they are undefeated. Rookie head coach. Eventually, what is this Sirianni's 2nd year or 1st year as the head coach for the Eagles?
I don't think he's a.
This is 2nd year, right?
2nd year. I think it is either 2nd or 1st. I think
it's either 1 or 2. I know Pat McAfee's really high on this guy, so he was actually on the Pat McAfee show today. So Sirianni, he's got that Eagles offense cooking. They believe, fly Eagles fly. Jalen Hurts is stepping up like crazy. This is his best. This is going to be his best season.
Yeah, definitely.
In his career.
MVP? MVP right now? Is he an MVP?
Right now, the way he's playing, yeah, he would. I mean, he's getting victories. He's looking good out there, running the ball, passing the ball, decision making huge. But MVP?
Obviously, it's way too early. I mean,
too early.
It's way too early.
4 is Packers. They look bad. Now, I'm still putting up there because, A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers, 2nd best quarterback of all time. Only to
really?
Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers? 2nd?
To Tom Brady, yeah. Who's your number 2 of all time?
Number 2 all time? I don't put it. Rodgers, really?
Yeah.
I think Peyton Manning's better.
I'd say Manning 3.
I say Peyton Manning's better than Rodgers.
That's fair. I did grow up watching Manning. I didn't really grow up watching Rodgers. No, that's fair, yeah. Manning 2.
I put Manning. I don't even know what 3 is like. I put Rodgers and Breeze like.
Rodgers and Breeze are the same?
I feel like they're in the same category. In my opinion, yeah. I put them in the same category. I'm not saying one is better, but I'm putting them there in the same tier.
So tier 2, tier 3.
I put them in. Oh, the higher echelons?
Yeah, higher echelons, yeah.
I put them in like tier 2 because I put Brady.
Brady Manning 1, tier 1?
Tier 1, yeah.
Okay. That's true. But yeah, dropping all the way down to 4, they just look bad. They almost lost to the Patriots. Honestly, you probably shouldn't even have them on the top 5 the way they almost lost a 4th-round pick, Bailey Zappi. But you know what they say in New England, it's Zappy hour, so hopefully he brings a Week 5 win with those beautiful throwback jerseys. Number 5, Chargers. Interesting, because they almost blew that game to the Raiders. No, Texans. They almost lost to the Texans after being up 27 to... They were up 27-7.
Let me find out. Let me find out for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the ticker it said 27-7.
It was 34 to 24.
Yeah, they were up huge, and they let the Texans, led by Davis Mills, to come back. But I've seen quite a bit of Chargers games from last year and this year. That defense is stacked. J.C. Jackson, best cornerback acquisition of the offseason. Then Khalil Mack. Their offense, yeah, they're a little banged up. Keenan Allen had that knee injury. Was it knee injury or concussion? I should know this. He's on my fantasy team. But he was injured.
I can shoot the injury report.
He was injured for the last 2 games. Herbert obviously dealing with the ribs, but he is, I mean, even still, he's playing. He's dogging it out there. He's got that dog in him. He's fighting hard. And
Keenan Allen, it was a ham. Were you talking about Keenan Allen?
Yeah,
it was a hamstring.
Hamstring. So, see, injured receivers, injured quarterback. Once they're all healthy, they'll be clicking.
And they got Joey
cylinders.
Bosa on injury reserve, growing.
Reserve?
Yeah,
So he's out for a bit. He'll be out for a
Rashawn
while.
Slater, offensive tackle, bicep. Oh yeah, isn't he out for the season? Oh, chances of a late season return.
See, they're banged up, but they'll figure it out. I like the offense. I like the defense. Their mentality. They're just going out there. They're competing against the Chiefs, and they've always played the Chiefs real close since like the past 2 years. They almost beat them on Thursday night, sponsored by Amazon Prime. Not our show, the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we got.
And if you can compete with the Chiefs, who, let's be honest, they're 1B. They're interchangeable with the Bills. If you can compete, keep it close, even with an injured Herbert, yeah, you deserve to have some recognition. So I think the Chargers very deserve to that top 5. I'm surprised you still have the Bucks.
I just can't. They're gonna win their division.
Mm-hmm. There's no competition there.
There's no competition. So I think they're gonna obviously win their division. They're division winner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is division winner, division winner, division winner, division winner, division winner.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't be top 5. They weren't division. Oh, well, I have Chargers. I guess. Well,
oh, you got one that's not.
Yeah.
But that's the hardest division right now.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I got all of them division winners and Tom Brady in the playoffs, man.
I mean, I don't
He's a
doubt.
dangerous guy.
I don't doubt the GOAT. I don't doubt. I mean, I've watched him. I'm a Patriots fan, like I said. I've watched him my whole life. I don't doubt him, but I don't think the Bucks are a top 5 team, even with the GOAT.
Respectively, yeah. They're in the 5. They're in the 5.
And it's mainly it comes down to injuries.
Yeah.
They're all injured. They have no rhythm. Scotty Miller fell off the face of the earth. I'm not saying Scotty Miller's a great receiver, but for the role he played in that Super Bowl run, he was perfect. You know,
it's because he's like a deep threat he's not zigzag run routes guy. He's a small dude. He's gonna get you in the deep routes.
Exactly, but he's just not doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's why they went out and got a Cole Beasley. Julio Jones is out, and even when he's
what's up with Julio Jones, man? He's
exactly even when he's in the game, he's a ghost. He's just not there. I don't know if it's a timing thing, practice thing.
I mean, he probably doesn't even play that much because his injury history. It's just like
yeah, it only took 1 game to be out for 2 games. He got injured week 1, missed 2 and 3.
It's a lock, and then you have Godwin. He's just coming back from injury.
Yeah,
Mike Evans is a
Mike Evans is the only consistent guy.
Yeah.
Even when Mike
he's a lock for a touchdown in fantasy.
Oh my God, I know. I had
he's
him
a lock
last
for a
year.
touchdown.
Oh my gosh, I am drafting great wide receivers for fantasy. I had him last year. Keenan Allen, paired him up with Mike Williams on the Chargers. It was just a blast. Everyone else underperformed for me last year. But receivers-wise, Evans, top of the line.
But all right, so I got to ask you a question. Who, like, next week, what team, dark horse team that's not on this top 5 of yours, or that's in this top 5, you seen moving up, shifting down, trending up, trending down? All right, so that's the thing. All right, so that's the big game. If Dallas wins this one, this is the most important. Honestly, I think this is one of the most important games of this week. Honestly, because with that Dallas game, Dallas versus Rams, we either have the quarterback controversy goes increasingly up, They enter. I don't know. I think they might enter my top 5, especially if the outcome is crazy. If they just kind of blow them out, or I think it's gonna be a close one because I feel like Cooper Rush doesn't lose you the game. He tries not to lose you.
But he's not a guy who's gonna go win you the game.
Yeah, he's not gonna win you the game. Really, but what's been winning the game is defense, honestly. Because interceptions by what's his name?
Wentz. Oh, Wentz throwing it.
He's talking about overrated in their career. He was freaking overrated. I don't know. That was all right, but if Cowboys win that one, starts up the QB controversy. They enter my top 5. Does Dak? I mean, what do you say? What do you? If you're Jerry Jones, like, what are you doing in that situation, man?
I'm just telling Cooper Rush, hey, thank you. We're gonna trade you, or you made yourself so worthy that free agency, go get that bag somewhere else. Because I'm paying Dak Prescott way too much money to sit on the bench, and Dak Prescott throughout his career has been really good. It's not a question of talent from Dak Prescott. It's just he's got to stay healthy. But at the same time, if you're paying him that bag, you got to start him.
True, but it's almost like history repeating itself because that's the same way how he got his job. It's kind of funny how things kind of turn
Full circle.
full circle.
But do you have enough confidence? Yes, Cooper Rush is winning you those games, but by winning, his performances, is that enough for you to trade Dak Prescott?
I think this is what's going to go down. Honestly, I think Cooper Rush is not going to go undefeated. I mean, if he does, bro, we're going to have to roll with him, man. We might have to just roll with him. But I think he loses this game. I think they lose to the Rams. If they don't, I mean, this kind of starts controversy. But I think they lose to the Rams. Dak is going to start. I think Cowboys are going to start losing games because they really. Who did they beat last week?
The Cowboys? They beat the Commanders.
Yeah, they beat the Commanders. They beat the Giants, and those are. You all you got to do is to beat the Giants. Got to stop Saquon. That's their offense.
So they hadn't played quarterback.
and then Commanders. Wentz is gonna throw you an interception here and there. You see the interception on Diggs? That was
Diggs ran the route.
I thought he was a receiver.
That
was horrible. That was a horrible play.
Even I don't make that bad throwing in flag football. I know to hit the outside.
That was horrible.
That was bad.
That was bad.
That's what you get with him.
So that is it. Do you want to go into your bold predictions? We're at 6:37 right now.
How about
you want to talk a little bit about baseball?
Baseball playoffs are coming up. The Mets did a fantastic job choking the NL East.
That's your squad.
The Braves. The Braves are my squad.
The Braves are your squad.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I'm a Yankee fan, but the Mets would have the Mets. Oh my god!
Two big storylines from our teams. One, the Mets. Two, Judge hitting that 62.
62. I mean, do we want to the 62? This can be a discussion for a different day, but we could go quick on this.
Yeah.
62. That's the AL crown.
Yes.
73 is Barry Bonds. I'm so torn between this because I've never seen. Barry Bonds was alive doing that 73 when I was born, but I wasn't into baseball. I think he did in 04.
Yeah, shoot, I wasn't even in the country yet.
Yeah,
I was in South America.
So I wasn't into baseball during that time. Everybody was juicing during that time. Do I think 73 is the record? Of course, I think it is the record. But Aaron Judge can be happy. He got the AL home run record of 60 with 62. Mm-hmm. He didn't get that triple crown. I feel bad on that part, but
what did he miss out on? Batting average?
Batting average. I mean, it was so much stress.
Who had the higher one?
I think it was a guy from I would think the Twins, but I have to check that. But he didn't get that. Obviously, the stress. He's playing at home games. Everybody's standing up.
ESPN cutting off college football for his at-bats.
Yeah.
I'm glad he hit 62 because I'm tired of getting the notifications of come watch Aaron Judge's at-bat live. I'm sick and tired of him.
Still MVP in my eyes.
Definitely.
62, great. Yankees, all I got to say for the Yankees, we're not going to get into it yet, but this is my quick scenario, Yankees. Garrett Cole, I don't think he's our ace. Start next to Cole. If we pitch good, I think we get to the World Series. We just got to beat Astros. Dodgers, we're going to wait to – I'm just not get too ahead of ourselves, but Atlanta, they're in a good position. They should feel happy with themselves.
Yeah, so let me see, the 62. My big story of the week was the Mets choking the NL East. I am – at one point, I thought the Braves, my squad, reigning champs, at one point, I thought we weren't going to make the playoffs as a wild card team. That's how poorly they were playing. Acuna was not in the lineup because he was coming back from his injury. Duvall got injured. Not that he was playing well.
Was that similar to last year almost? Didn't they kind of make a run?
It was similar, yeah. But at the time when they lost to Acuna, they were in first place.
Okay.
They were in first place, and they just had to retool because they had to shift guys around. Eventually, we caught fire. We won the division, being the worst division winner in most of the wild card teams had better records than the Atlanta Braves, who got the 3 seed because they won the division. This year they were just playing horrible baseball. Most of it was the way Freeman left. The outfield was a huge question mark coming into the season. Acuna was going to be back late. Duvall was playing center field, not his natural position. He'd get tired. He couldn't get his power into the swing. Then he broke his wrist. Rosario couldn't hit, and when I'm telling you he was blind. That's not an exaggeration. The man had to get eye surgery during the season to fix it.
Wow.
Then you have Marcelo Zuna with his DUI in the middle of the season.
Oh, wow.
Not that he was hitting well. Anyway, he's hitting well for power. Average, just forget about it. Olsen was just not hitting a baseball. You could throw a chair, he wouldn't hit it. Riley got in a slump. He started to hop. And then it all changed when they brought Michael Harris Jr., when they called him up to say, hey, we just need you to play defense, and the dude starts hitting 300, starting hitting for power. Then they rallied around him. Acuna comes back, and obviously the loss of Ozzie Albies is huge for them. But Vaughn Grissom and Orlando Arcia has stepped up, and they filled the hole that Ozzie created.
They're freaking there.
Not to mention Spencer Strider, the man with the stash. Elite. I love him. Hopefully he comes back to the playoffs. He's been out with oblique.
What they did, honestly, they put the Mets in a hole, and they are just like, that was very important because you would have been in a situation where you got to face the Padres. Mm-hmm. They're good. I mean, they don't have.
I think they're a little overrated heading into the playoffs. They have a great roster.
Yeah, they have a great roster.
They're playing like crap right now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna beat the Padres, but they just the inconvenience that they gotta waste their pitching.
Yes. On
that. And then they gotta face the Dodgers. They have the Dodgers just waiting for them. Honestly, I think Atlanta is they're in a really good position. Honestly, I feel like
they're in a great position, and this brings me up to my bold prediction: Braves repeat as World Series champions.
Braves repeat. Wow, that was bold. That was bold.
It was.
Braves repeat.
But
you want to write that down?
Yeah,
hey,
let's go.
Write that down. Braves repeat.
Because
that was a bold. Whoa.
What?
I might have to take a picture of that. Braves repeat. I'm going to take a picture of that.
They got the starting pitching, Max Fried, one of the best lefties in the game. Kyle Wright. For the past 3 years, have been waiting for this man to come out of his shell and be what he was at Vanderbilt. He is doing his thing. Spencer Strider, out of nowhere, throwing 100 miles an hour, nasty slider, a little change up here and then, beautiful mustache. He's a shorter player, so short kings out here. This dude's elite, immaculate. Charlie Morton will come out and get a good start here.
So what's the road? What's the road? Wait, I'm about to look
at
the
road for the Braves.
The road for the Braves. They have to fit. Wait,
the winner of Philadelphia and St. Louis.
MLB playoff schedule right now. Let's see. Can I have an image of it right now?
Pull up the bracket.
20. Okay, so they would have to be. All right. So you're saying that St. Louis is pretty good.
They are good, but look at their stats against the Braves. They will not stand a chance in a series.
They got. I feel like honestly, that situation. I feel like Mets are. I feel like in that situation, who has a harder matchup? When I feel like Mets are going to beat San Diego, St. Louis is going to beat Philly. I feel like Braves have an easier opponent with facing St. Louis. I feel like Mets are just as great a team because they were number 2 like basically the whole year until that 4-game stretch where they kind of just got swept.
They got swept by the Braves.
They got swept by the Braves. If they didn't get swept, they would have been good. And I have to go through that.
The thing that
They can make it. They can go to the World Series.
Who, the Mets?
No, I'm talking about
The Braves?
The Braves.
Yeah, but I mean,
I see that.
it's just a young.
That's
roster.
a bold. That's a bold prediction.
Yeah,
Obviously, I got
really.
the Yankees. I mean, I want the Yankees to win, but that's not a bold prediction because
they've
we have
been number one the whole year.
we have high hopes for the Yankees. So I'm not gonna put that. I'm gonna switch over to a different. I'm gonna go to a different area. You know, we're talking about baseball. Basketball's coming up. Boldish prediction. The Pelicans. I'm having them. They're gonna be. There could be two predictions, but one is not bold enough. I'm having Pelicans.
Pelicans doing what?
Pelicans. They're gonna be. They're top. I'm gonna say top 5.
Top 5
in the
I
West.
love to hear it.
Top 5 in the West.
I love to hear it.
In the West. In the West. Have you seen Zion? If Zion Williamson,
He made that highlight look too easy.
if Zion Williamson is healthy, top 5 in the West. Top 5. I'm not saying they did really well against the Suns. I think Suns are going to trend down. I don't think Suns are going to be as great as
They
they're ever
have
going to be.
way too many problems.
I don't think they're going to be as great. I think Memphis is trending up. I don't think there's other teams that we can say that are better than them. We can say we have Grizzlies, Golden State. I think I honestly feel like they're trending up. I feel like Pelicans is their year. I don't have 16. I don't see 6 teams better than them in the West Coast. You know, you got the Clippers coming up, all these teams coming up. But I feel like they're gonna find themselves a way. There's too much talent. There's too much great talent. They got Brandon Ingram playing well. They have obviously Zion. They have Brandon Ingram. They have what's their shooting guard? C.J. McCollum. What's their point? They're just doing really good. Well, I think they're just doing really, really well. Their rookies are their defensive rookies are their rookies were playing really well defensively. Alvarado, and then they had another guy. What's his name? I'm really bad on names.
Jackson Hayes.
Is it Jackson? No, they had another guy. But they have really great defense. I just think with Brandon Ingram, they have like a baby kind of KD and a baby LeBron scenario, and I think that just works favorably for them.
Can I say it's a bold prediction?
Another?
That your bold prediction isn't that much of a bold prediction. I mean, I saw. I mean, Zion looked really good. Zion looked great. He looked too healthy. You know, looked too healthy. He's above everyone else. He's above.
But there's a lot of that West is loaded. Though.
I know
That's
the
what
West is
I'm
loaded, but if
saying.
you look
can
at
say-
it, look, the only team that I can confidently say I won't give up on is the Warriors because they've proven it year after year after year.
But you got so many teams. That's
I
what
know,
I'm
I
saying.
know. You said the Memphis Grizzlies, they're trending up. But what happens when those shots aren't going in? You got to give it to a guy in the paint, Steven Adams, you know, he's an absolute brick wall. So they have a guy like that. But the Pelicans, they can just give it to Zion. Who is stopping Zion the way he looked in that
Yeah,
preseason game?
he's looking good, but people are. I'm gonna put this on IG, J_T Blue. I'm gonna put it on a poll if it's a bold or not. But there's just so many teams. You got Dallas, you got Minnesota, you got obviously Memphis, Golden State, Clippers, wild card.
I forgot about the Clippers.
Yeah,
They've
you
been
got
injured
the
the past few
Clippers, Lakers. We really don't know in their health, so I'm just saying because there's so much good teams.
Mhm.
I'm not going against my prediction.
Yeah.
I'm not going against. I'm not going to argue against you and say, "Oh no, that's wrong," because it's my bold prediction. So, but
That's a
we
good one.
are out for right now. We're in the cool down zone. Hopefully, guys, just follow, keep in touch with us.
Follow and stay in for episode 3 with some.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some wild card action.
Yeah.
Week 5, maybe 6 recap. Right?
Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah, it's been the cool down zone.
Yeah.